It's the International Soccer Preview. We are Soccerphiles Canada. Welcome to Series 31, looking at the players of the 2025 African Cup. This episode is looking at the players of Benin. Part 1, the candidates. Here we go. Hello and welcome to the International Soccer Preview by Soccerphiles Canada. I'm Kevin and this is Series 31 on the players of the 2025 African Cup. This episode covers Benin's players. This is the first time we have looked at Benin. So we move on into Section 3. And we welcome new listeners to Section 3 here, which we're releasing as a short version on Part 1 of Benin's players. So in the full version, we did introduce the candidates and their likelihood of making the final squad. And if you want that information, our reasons for putting them where we put them, and some career information on these players, that's what we did in the full version of the mediacast. And we're not concerning ourselves with predicting starters in this review. That's something we're going to do in Part 2, but here we're just looking at the candidates and their likelihood of making the final squad. So let's begin with the manager. We have Gernot Rohr. He has been pretty successful with the team, getting them to this cup and a competitive World Cup campaign. So he is their manager, and we don't expect that to change. Let's go to goalkeepers. We have a definite candidate in Marcel Danjanu, and likely candidates in Saturnine Alagbi and Serge Obasa. And really, that's all the candidates we have. But in this review, we're not going to concern ourselves with possible but unlikely or seemingly off-the-squad players. However, there were none of those for goalkeepers. Let's move on to central defence. We have a definite candidate in Mohamed Tijani and three likely candidates, Cedric Huntonji, Johan Roche, and Olivia Verdon. All three of those players likely candidates. Over to left back, we have a definite candidate in David Kiki, and that is all we have over there. When he's away, it's out of position players who come in to cover the position. Some of those players might be some of the right backs here. We have no right backs at the definite level, but two at the likely level, Abdul Rashid Mumini and Tamimi Uoru. That's quite difficult to say. I mean, you've got to give that to me. Anyway, Tamimo Uoru, a likely candidate. He sometimes plays on the left as well. We have a possible candidate in Rodrigue Fassinu, and that's all we have over here at the top three levels. So that's defense. Let's move on to the midfield and defensive midfielders. We have two definite candidates in Hussein Imurain and Dodo Doku, and then a likely candidate in Mariano Ahuangbo, and then three possible candidates, Matteo Alinvi, Rodrigue Kossi, and Atajiku Samadu. All of those defensive midfielders, but only one coded as a central midfielder, and that is definite candidate Ceci Dalmeida. Okay, let's go on upfield. And we begin with the attacking, left attacking midfielders. And here we really have two out of position players, because they don't have any players coded as left wing or left attackers. So we have attacking midfielder Junior Oletan, and then Andreas Huntonji, the younger brother of the central defender we just met, Cedric Huntonji. And both of those are definite candidates. Andreas Huntonji does kind of play other positions as well, though, and is coded as a forward, actually only played one game as a forward, but played on the left and the right. For right attackers, we have a definite candidate in Jodel Dosu and a likely candidate in Ayagun Tosin. Then we have two possible candidates, Rodolfo Aloko and Olatunji Tessalimi. Central attacking midfielders, we have a likely candidate in Razak Rachidu and Romeric Amusu, although neither of them got any starts during this period. In fact, there's quite a few players who didn't get any starts here. For forwards, we have actually one player coded as a secondary striker, and that is a possible candidate, Candace Fiogbi. And surprisingly, only one candidate at the forward level, and that is Steve Mooney, a definite candidate who started all of their games during this period. So that's it. That is our race through the team, reviewing section 2. And we move on here to the next order of business in section 3, big names who are off the squad. Well, Benin didn't play in the last two African Cups, the last two games they had. The last tournament they were involved in was the 2019 tournament. But we do have a couple of names from them because they did play up until 2023 in most cases here. So the first one is Khalid Adenon. And we won't go into too much detail, but he 85 caps and 2 goals, last playing in 2023. And he was not only part of their 2019 squad, but their 2008 and 2010 squad as well. Next, we have Jordan Adioti. He played from 2012 to 2023 with 47 caps and 1 goal. He was a starter in the 2019 African Cup. Next, Mikel Pote played from 2008 to 2022 and got 69 caps and 10 goals. He was part of the 2010 squad and the 2019 African Cup squad there. And finally, we have Stéphane Sessegnon. He was captain of the team. He played all the way from 2004 to 2023 with 89 caps and 24 goals. And he was part of the 2008 and 2010 squads and was captain of the team for the 2019 African Cup there. So all 4 of those players, big names for Benin, just most of them retiring just a year or 2 before this cup. So that came a bit too late for them. Let's move on to a review of injuries. We only have one to contend with here, but it is to a definite candidate. It's to Andreas Huntonji. And excuse me a second. This is a very recent injury from early December here. He was out with a thigh problem last weekend from his team, St. Pauli there in Germany. And it's an unknown return date. So we'll have to put him in the unknown category for now. But hopefully we will learn more about that and can report on it in part 2. That is it for us. I'm going to skip closing thoughts and go straight to the preview of part 2. That'll come out when the preliminary and final rosters are published. We think that'll be in mid-December here. And at that time, we will go over our list here and tell you who made it and who didn't. We'll highlight any notable non-selections, any surprise inclusions, or any new players. And we will update on the injury situation, Huntonji and anyone else who's injured between then and now. And then my favorite part of part 2, our prediction of the starters, the starting players on the field. So we hope you join us for that. And I hope this mediacast on Benin familiarizes you with the team and helps you enjoy them when you see them play. We would like to thank Pixabay and Cold Fingers for the wonderful music used in this mediacast. The title of the piece is Eid Mubarak.